You're here because you want to know how to make one of these, a face mask, and on the reverse there is the option to add a filter, and also there's a little compartment there where you can put a pipe cleaner or something that is going to hold its shape, and I chose to use paper clips, which you cannot put in the microwave. This is what you'll need to make your face masks. So this is the first piece that is going to be the external piece of your face mask, and this measures in at 10 inches wide by 8 inches tall. So it's 10 by 8. The next piece of fabric is going to be slightly bigger, and this is the lining for the back of your face mask, and it's going to be 10 inches wide by 10 inches tall. Then we're going to have these two side binding pieces, and these are 2 inches. So we're just going to open this up. It's going to be 2 inches across, and they are going to be 10 inches tall. So you're going to have 2 of these. On the back of the lining, you are going to have this strip here, and this is so you can put in your paper clip, so you can then bend the shape around the nose. But be mindful that you will not be able to put this into the microwave. Do not put anything metal in the microwave. And then I have these strips that are going to be for the ties for the face mask, and they are going to be 2 inches wide by the length of the fabric, the width of the fabric. So you're just going to cut it like it comes on a bolt, so it's just folded over like so, and you are just going to cut 2 inches. And there's going to be 2 of these ties, one for the bottom and one for the top. We are first going to work on the lining piece. Now I am going to fold. This is a perfect square. It is 10 by 10. So I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to cut straight along the middle here. So we're just going to cut right along the middle. So now we have 2 sections of fabric, both measuring in 5 inches across, 10 inches long. We are now going to create a hem. So you're going to fold this over just a little bit, and you're going to fold it over again, and you're going to press into place. You're now going to have 2 sections that look like this, both folded over, and now you're going to take it to the sewing machine, and you are going to stitch along here to secure this hem. We now have these 2 sections hemmed. Just press. On the first face mask that I made the little insert for a pipe cleaner or paper clips. Remember, do not put these in the microwave. And the binding that goes over the top that acts as a trim, it covers slightly here. So you want to make sure that you don't have where the paper clips are going to go too far at the top. They want to be further down. So if I just measure this here, so this is like 1/2 inch. So it wants to clear this portion. So it wants to be a little bit further down. The nose section that I created is 2 inches by 9 inches. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that piece of fabric and you're going to fold it in half first, and you're going to press, and then you open it out, and then with that seam, that center seam, you are going to fold this first flap over like this, and you're going to press, And then you're going to turn it around and do the second section here. You're going to fold it over to that center section and you're going to press. It just hides all of the raw seams, and we still have to deal with these raw seams here. So we're just going to open it out, fold this in, and then fold the two sections over again, and it just hides the raw seams. And then you're just going to press this into place. And then you're going to do the same thing to this bottom section here. You're just going to fold it over, and you're going to just fold them in, and you're just going to set it again with your iron. Now you're going to take one of your lining sections, it doesn't matter which one, and you just want to make sure that this kind of ugly side is facing the back. So you want it to look all pretty and finished on the front side. So you don't want to see this turned over edge. You want it to be on this side here. We're going to take the part for our nose strip. And remember, you don't want it to be too far at the top because of that binding strip that is going to be there, and it's going to be at least 1/2 inch. So I am going to position mine almost halfway down. Let's give it a measure. So mine is about 1 1/4 inches down from the top. Now I'm going to pin it into place. This part is optional. You don't have to do this part if you don't want to. It just helps to hide the gap that's in the top of the mask when you wear it. Because if you didn't do something like this, there's going to be a little bit of a gap at the top of the mask. And this helps to prevent that. So we're going to sew it down one side. We are basically going to create a casing for our paperclip. Now you're going to have to remember to do a reverse stitch at the start, because you're going to be in and out of this all the time and you don't want it to wear down. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to back stitch, and then I'm going to start. Do not ride over your pins. And back stitch at the end. You're going to do the same thing with the other side. You now have something that looks like this. Now we are going to attach it to the front of our face mask. So you're going to have the front of your face mask right sides up. You are going to have the part that we just did. That is going to be at the top, and it's going to be right sides down. And then you're going to get the other section, and that is going to be right sides down too. Now you see here that they've got a little bit of excess that I'm going to be cutting off here, so let's deal with that now. I'm going to cut this off. So you're going to have these two pieces overlapping. And now you need to pin all the way around. Now let's go over to the sewing machine, and we're going to sew all the way around. We don't have to leave an opening because we have this here. So we're going to sew all the way around. Just make sure that these bits, the ugly bits, are facing us. Both this one and this one, like so. You can have a 90-14 needle in your sewing machine. I'm going to leave everything set exactly how it is on my straight stitch. And now we can start to sew. Just keep your needle in the down position. And then turn it around. And turn. And turn once more. And then just do the last bit here. One thing I like to do is just clear up this bulk, so just don't cut into the stitches, just cut away some of this excess fabric. Turn your mask right sides out. And then you can just take a chopstick or something and just poke these through. So let's have a stop and a think about this. Does this look slightly familiar to you? All this is a mini pillowcase. And then you've got this inside pocket in which you can put a filter. Next stage to this is inserting pleats. And I don't want you to overthink this. This is just a basic fold of fabric. So you're just going to fold over the fabric like so. And you're just going to get a pin or one of your wonder clips and just grip it in place. I would recommend that you do each side as you go. So you're just going to fold it over and just wonder clip the second side over here or pin. And if you want, you can press as you go. And we're just going to press it in and allow that pleat to happen. And then grab a clip and keep it in place. And then fold it over and create another pleat. Now that centre bit may cause a little bit of difficulty. So if you can't get that pleat in, either don't do it or just fiddle around with it and get another clip. And just keep going down. So I'm just going to push it in and fold it over. Do you see that's all I'm doing is I'm just fanning it. Remember you used to make fans at school? So you're just going to fan it over. Grab another clip and clip it in place. And then you're just going to fan it over. Grab another clip, clip in place. And then fan that last bit. And then grab a clip and clip it into place. And then what you can do is just follow the creases of this side in order to make this other side. So you're just going to bend it over and clip into place. Just going to bend it over and clip into place. So all you have to do is just keep bending and clipping. Bend and clip. Bend and clip. Now we're at the sewing machine, we can obviously not write over these. So you've got to take them out real carefully and making sure that you're holding on to this other side. And then you're going to put your needle down and you're just going to start sewing. This is basically a tack down stitch because it's all going to be held in place by that bias strip that we're going to use later. There we go, they're all held in place, and I'm just going to do the other side. I'm just going to do this other side, just got to be really mindful not to let any of these pleats go once you unclip them. Just make sure that the first set of stitching is less than 1/4 of an inch, otherwise it's going to stick out past the binding trim and you don't want that, it's going to look ugly. So just make sure that this first set of stitches is less than 1/4 of an inch. The next part that we're going to deal with is the binding on the side of our face mask, and it's going to go right here. Now you will have a 2-inch strip by 10-inch, and you're going to fold it in half and you're going to press it. And you're going to get this bias strip and you're going to put the raw edges to the side of your face mask, and we are going to sew 1/4 of an inch all the way across. What you want to make sure of is that you are covering this stitch here. So we're going to place a raw edge and just have it slightly going off the face mask, and then you're going to put it down, put the needle down, and you're going to sew all the way around. It's going to be a slight curve, so you're just going to curve around with it and you're going to sew it into place. Cut away the excess at each end. I'm going to fold it over to the back side, and then you're going to stitch this into place on the back. I'll get your second piece of bias strip and do the same on this side with your raw edges on the other side of your face mask. This is how I do my ties. So you're going to get the 2-inch long strip by the width of your fabric, and you are going to press that in half. Then you open it up and you are going to fold this piece in half here, and you're going to press all the way along. Once that is complete, you're going to do the same with the other side, and you're going to press and you're going to do it all the way along. And now we're going to fold that over like so, and you're going to press this all the way along. And then you're going to do the same with the second one. You're just going to fold it in half and press and do exactly the same steps as we just did. You are going to find the centre of your tie by folding it in half. Find the centre of your face mask by folding that in half and pinching. Then you're going to place the centre of your tie in between the two like so. So you're going to have, you can't really see that now because it's the same colour, so you're going to put them so it's sandwiched together. And you're going to grab your clips and you're going to pin into place. We're going to do one side first. Now all this is open, don't forget, so you just want to close up this bottom end. I'm going to keep it this length. It's up to you how long you want to have yours, and you're just going to hide these raw edges by folding them over and then folding that over like so. There we go. start this bottom end. So see where it's open, we're going to close all this right up. So we're going to start sewing. Then I'm going to pivot and turn, and then we're going to sew all the way down. You want to make sure that you're catching both the front and the back. It's very easy to not catch both of them, so just be mindful of that. So I'm coming up to the face mask here. Make sure you're catching the front and the back of the mask. Popped it out, so you need to slip it back in. Get all that mask inside. It's going to be fiddly. May get a little bit angry as it goes over like these layers here, so you can hold on to the back and pull it through and then go all the way down. Forgot to close this part up here, so I'm just going to tuck it all in and fold it over, fold this one over, and then fold this over. Can be a little tricky, just play about with it. Can you see here where I missed a bit? It's very easy to not catch the other side, so be very mindful that you do catch both sides as you're sewing. Now here we go, I found my centre, and I am going to close the face mask in with the binding and clip into place. And like I did before, I'm going to start on one end and I'm going to work my way up to the face mask. So start sewing and pivot, and I'm going to sew towards the face mask. Now make sure, again, you are catching both sides. Give it a tug at the back if it's resisting you. And start sewing where we are at the face mask here. And again, it's going to get a little bit angry on you, so just help it through. And then sew all the way to the end. Now for the next part, I want you to think about your sunglasses or a pair of glasses, how they have them bits at your nose. And that's basically what you're going to do with the paper clip. So remember guys, do not put this in the microwave. Take the metal parts out. And also, if you have been using polyester thread, you cannot put that in the microwave. If you want to be able to put anything in the microwave, it has to be 100% cotton. So you could cause a fire. Do not put them in the microwave. So basically you're going to create like these nose pieces for your face mask. Now you're going to insert these into your face mask. And you slip them all the way into the centre of your mask. You're going to put one in one side and one is going to go in the other side. All the way to the centre of your mask. And then when you have your face mask on, you're going to be able to bend this and mould this around your nose. Here we go. This is what it looks like. It goes completely around your chin. And then the metal parts are just pinching at your nose. This is what it looks like from the front. And that is your filter compartment. If you wish to put a filter in it, that is the filter compartment it can go into. One last time guys, if you have metal parts inside of the face mask, do not put it into a microwave. I hope you've enjoyed watching this face mask tutorial. I wasn't going to do it, but a friend convinced me to do it, so I hope you've enjoyed it. And don't forget, I upload videos every single week, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.